Namaste, Suprabhatam, Swagatam, welcome, good morning, back to Term Time Yoga. I hope everyone's well. I hope yesterday as well, everyone eased back into things. And actually, I hope everyone did a little bit of practice over the past week when we didn't have the live broadcast. So let's just try and recall what we've been doing over the past 8 weeks or so. We've done some really good asanas over the past few weeks with all the wonderful teachers that we've got here today. We recap and revisit some of the asanas and some of the grounding practices that we've done already. Okay, so let's get going. Just making sure, everybody, you have your socks off. You are on a nice non-slip surface. Doesn't have to be a mat, but a mat is ideal if you have one. And you're in nice, loose, comfortable clothing. Okay, another little tip as well, and I'm sure some of us know this, but generally it's advisable not to have anything in your tummy before practicing yoga. So if possible, actually, ideally they say 3 hours, but even 2 hours. So if you've had your breakfast nice and early, that's absolutely great. If you need to keep something in your tummy, choose to have something nice and light. Then after your yoga practice, you can have a heavier brunch or whatever. Okay, so just making sure that your tummy is nice and empty, definitely not full, else you won't feel very good when we're practicing yoga today or anytime when you practice at home. So let's start from standing, that asana position, which is just actually standing, not actually even the asana. Just keeping your legs a little bit wide and really spreading our toes out into the floor. Okay, so spreading them out and really embedding our feet, grounding our feet into the floor, rolling our shoulders up, back and down. And just for a moment or so, we're going to just turn our arms outwards with our palms facing forwards. We'll tilt our head slightly down, chin coming ever so slightly into our chest and just helping us to align the neck, back of the neck with our spine. Good. And just feeling quite firm, quite steadfast, quite rooted in this very simple posture. Just making sure we're smiling, we have a nice relaxed face, feeling rooted. And then bringing our hands to Anjali Mudra, Namaskar position. And we'll do our 3 Omkar, also known as Brahmanad. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And just take a moment to feel the vibrations just resonating through our body. That silence after the resonation, after the Omkar. Open your eyes and let's take our palms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, arms down. What we'll do, we'll breathe in with our palms facing up. And I'll take our head as well with it. So we'll do 2 things together and exhale. So head down, chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Nice reach with the fingers, tips engaged, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe just take your hands on your hips and just tilting. And just tilt it and hold. And tilt. And tilt. And a few semicircles at the front. Again, I'm feeling a little bit stiffer than usual. Not teaching so much. I'm just doing basic practice with the kids at home. It's difficult. Maybe we can explore some things we can even do just in the kitchen or in the car. Some gentle exercise we can do to keep things supple, moving, and nice and flexible. And let's take the shoulders back. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, pancha, and forward. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, pancha. Let's just shrug our shoulders up like this, just creating a bit of a collar at the back and just doing those semicircles at the back, taking the ear to the shoulder. And then this way you just feel you're not taking the head all the way back. You have something, a nice collar to just sort of roll on. Good. And just a few at the front just to compensate. Okay, good job. And let's just shake the hands out nice and vigorously. Let's incorporate some of the Sukshma yoga we practiced before half term. Sukshma meaning micro, minute, small areas of the body that we don't often pay attention to. We're just going to use some of the techniques just to prepare our body. So just making sure you've gone both ways with your wrists. And then let's just do some finger flicks as well. And just with the fingers, we're just going to make sure that we take a nice spread of your hand. Take your fingers in first. Take your thumb over as if it's just restraining those fingers, those 4 fingers. And push that thumb in and then allow your fingers to break free and really feel that nice sound. I can hear that sound as my fingers are opening and my fist is stretching out. Ready? So let's do 4. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari. Up. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari. And side. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari. And back. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari. Take the hands to the hips, nice and simple. A few big circles with your hips. I'm going clockwise first, and I'm trying to keep my knees nice and straight. So trying not to do this kind of action. That's more of a knee exercise than a hip exercise. So trying to keep the knees nice and straight. And those of us who want to, you can take a bit more of a swing with your upper body and taking it round. Good. And let's change directions. It's going to be opposite direction. Nice and open. So working the hips and the top of the legs. Uttam, fantastic. Okay, let's bring our knees together. What we'll do today, we're going to take our fist and do a rough measurement. Put the hands together like this with your fist. Bend your knees, and we're going to put the fist as a measurement between the knees and just keeping them a bit wider. Okay, and now let's see if we can do that same thing that we've practiced. Okay, ekam, dve, trini, and chatvari. Other way. Ekam, dve, trini, and chatvari. Well done. And just warm the knees. And touch your toes. Yeah, or you can just leave your hands sort of over your shin. Yeah. Let's try that again a few times. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're just going to slide the hands over the legs as far as they can go. Okay, if this is your furthest, that's fine. You leave your hands there. And then see if you can take another deep breath in. Okay, we'll take another big deep breath in. And we'll exhale further down. Just hold it there, whichever position you're in, whether you're here or here. Let's just settle the body into this position, into this working posture. And just feeling all the muscles in your legs, just at the back especially, engaging. And just using our breath, nice, deep, lovely breaths. And breathing in, coming up. Let's do some forward bending, some woodchopper's breath. Remember, if you've got some lower back issues, just be very careful And if you've got high blood pressure, hypertension, just making sure the head doesn't go beyond the heart and all the way down. Always listen to your body. When you need a breather, you always take a step back, breathe in and join in when you can, okay? So we'll take the legs as wide as the mat, if you're on a mat, nice and wide, so approximately slightly wider than your, well, height wider than your hips. We'll take the hands in a fist, take them above your head, arch back very slightly for some, slightly, some of us a bit more, looking up, breathe in and breathe out with the mouth. In and out, in and out. Really sharp exhalation, okay? So just a reminder again, we breathe in as we go up, and as we breathe out, we're going to breathe out through the mouth, and that really helps expel all those gases, the waste gases in our lungs out of our body, and just really helping that cleansing process, that kriya. Okay, so breathing in and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's a multiple benefit here of loosening up the spine with incorporating breath work. So many benefits. So we've done forward and backward movement. Just going to make sure that we have warmed up our spine, as our spine can also rotate. Yeah, it can go side to side. It can go forward and backwards, lateral and forwards, and it can also rotate. So we're going to gently, very gently, just start to just swivel the body, nice and loose, no overstrain, not too much pressure. And if you want to and you feel it's for you, you can use your head, take your eyes along with your hands as they travel back. And can you put some breath in? So we'll breathe in one way, breathe out the other. So nice, like a pendulum, just swinging. And just slowing down. Good. Feeling that heat energy just rising through your body now. Just walking through the legs. And let's just take a little bit for the toes. Actually, what we'll do with the feet today, something which we often neglect the feet as well, and the soles of our feet. If you stand at one end of the space that you're using, okay, the space that you're using to one end, and what we'll do first, very simple, I'm just going to sort of hold my bottoms up. I'm just going to come onto my tiptoes as high as possible and really feeling the nice stretch in the arch. Okay, now it needs balance, so making sure that we can look forward at our drishti, our point that's not moving. So just holding it up so we can see clearly. We're going to go up really, really high as we can. Feel that reach, feel that stretch. We're just going to walk forwards on the tips of our toes, forwards. Okay, as high as we can. We'll turn around. And those of us who want to have a go, you can take your arms above your head as well. And we'll tiptoe all the way back. Really feeling now even your quadriceps engaging as you're reaching really high and you're on the highest possible on your toes, and come down. Let's do the heels now. So we're going to take the toes off the ground. We're going to be standing on our heels, and you'll need to keep doing this kind of motion on the spot. Okay, so we're going to walk forwards on our heels, and you're really invigorating those pressure points in your heels as well. So going forwards, turning round. Yep. Really push those toes up. Feel it in your shins as well. Good. Now we're doing 2 more. So we've done the toes, we've done the heels. Let's try and do the edges, the outer edges of our feet. So I'll show you what I mean again. So these are feet. We're going to just roll the feet outwards. Okay, like that. So the arches of your feet are free. Your toes, your big toes off the ground. Your little toes touching the ground, and the outer edges of your feet are touching the ground. And here we want to try and go a little bit more slower. So really taking and feeling the pressure on the outer edges of our feet. Okay, and turning round. Okay, have a go. Keep it there. It's a bit of a strange sensation if you haven't practiced before. The next one is even stranger, but fantastic benefits to the feet. Okay, so the last bit left is the inner side of our feet to walk on, right? How are we going to do this? So we're going to have to take our legs a bit wide. okay? And we're gonna have to draw our knees in towards each other and taking the outer edges of the feet off the ground. I often call this with the children, it's a bit of a penguin walk because you end up walking like this. Okay, so we'll go to the side, get ready in your positions. So take your legs wide and then draw your knees in towards each other. Okay, and ready, take your outer edges of your feet off the ground and start walking forwards. Okay, again, might look a bit silly, might feel a bit silly, but it's really good. Okay, or you can put your hands on your hips and all the way back again. Fantastic. So we've really warmed up the feet and just have a few little swivels, rotations of the ankle. Make sure we go both ways, maybe up and down a few times, side to side, and make sure let's do the other side as well. So rotating and going the other way and side to side. Good job, everybody. Okay, let's get in some Surya Namaskar. We'll do one set. One set of a Surya Namaskar is 2 sequences. Okay, so one set of a Surya Namaskar, if someone says I've done a set, that's 2 rotations, 2 sequences, because we take one leg back for each sequence, okay, and activating each side. So let's stand at the top of our mat, so at the space where you make sure you've got space behind you, feet together, body nice and straight, hands in pranam, in Anjali Mudra, and starting with pranam asana. Let's just take a moment, really draw those palms into one another, feeling the pressure from the tips of the fingers, center of your palm and the heel of the palm. Nice equipressure, nice equal pressure. Couple of deep breaths. And we're going to breathe in, look up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Okay, into Uttanasana or Padahastasana. Breathe in. We're going to take the right leg back first. We're going to draw the knee to the floor. And really that chest forwards and head up if you can. Now, we're going to try to, I want you to try, at the moment we've got one leg back, the one foot's in the front, my left, and my hands are in the same plane as my foot. Now I'm going to keep my hands there. We're going to try not to move our hands from this position. They're not going to go forward or back until we come back up from this sequence, okay? So we're going to keep them there as much as possible. It's a really good marker for how we're proceeding with our flexibility and our development in Surya Namaskar. Okay, so we're going to keep our hands there, and then we're going to use some pressure in that foot and draw the left leg back. Okay, my hips a bit too high here for plank position. So I'm going to draw my hips down. We'll look forward and we'll push our heels back and engage the calf muscles. Great. Take a deep breath in, looking forwards, neck in line with the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale. Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees down, chest down, chin down. Draw the elbows into the body. Now, nice and slow, we're going to try to use our hands and our toes to draw our body forwards into Bhujangasana. We'll do this twice so we can just practice. So we're going to breathe in, pull forwards, and then up. Okay, let's try that again. So going back into Ashtanga Namaskar with toes, knees, chest, palms and chin touching the floor, and draw forwards first and then take the body up. Okay, good. Instead of locking the elbows, just slight bend is great. And head up. Good. Take the hips back, tuck the toes under, deep breath in, and breathe out into Parvatasana. Now it's the right leg, so we're going to see if we can take that right leg to the front. Okay? Again, some of us, we can try to make sure that we go straight from Parvatasana. Okay, some of us, what we'll do straight from Parvatasana, we can take the knees down first just to break this transition up, and then we'll take the leg forward. Okay, so you can practice that way, or we practice with the hips up and really swinging the chest forward and taking that right leg in line with the hands. Good. Deep breath in and breathe out. Forward. Breathe in, back to Pranamasana. And again, all the way back. Hasta Uttanasana. Breathe out for the Hastasana. Breathe in, left leg back. Ashwasanchalanasana, all the way up. Hold the breath. Breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe out as we draw down. Breathe in, Bhujangasana. Breathe out, Parvatasana. Breathe in, Ashwasanchalanasana. Breathe out, Padahastasana. Breathe in, Pranamasana. And just take the hands down. Take your body in a comfortable position. Palms facing forwards. Good. Still feeling really good energy through the body, taking that divine energy from the sun into us. And as that divinity comes into us, that radiance, let's capture that radiance and let's give that radiance out to everybody else. So that's a real good benefit of Surya Namaskar. Let's take the legs wide. We'll do a nice Trikonasana. So legs nice and wide. And we'll take one leg, we're going to turn that foot to the side. Okay, turn that foot sideways. Now, if you're on a mat, it's a really good idea to not just use our mat for a non-slip surface, but also it's got straight lines. So we can help us to use our mat to help to align our body in asanas as well. So if you are on your mat, you can take the heel to the back of your mat. And now, because I've turned my foot to the side, the outer edge of my foot in line with the edge of my mat. Both legs are straight. Hips have gone slightly to the side, so I'm going to draw my hips forwards. Okay, nice and forwards, nice and square. They were here before, going at an angle. We're going to get them to be forwards. And then we'll take our arms up to the side, lovely straight arms, parallel to the floor, fingers engaged, and we're going to turn the palms to face forwards. Remember, we're not going to bend first, we're going to reach. Okay, let's just try to reach. So without bending down, we're not bending right now. I just want to see, I've got a door here. I'm going to see if I can, my idea is to get my fingertips close to the door. I'm not going to get there, but that's my aim. Okay, so arms up. So whatever you've got there, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Reach, lovely reach. Okay, hold that reach there. Now let's take another deep breath in. And as we exhale, lower the hand towards that foot. Take your other arm up, nice and straight, palms nice and straight. If you feel you're like leaning forwards, let's try and open up that chest. And then if it's for you, turn your head to look up. And then inhale, coming up, exhale, turn the foot in. And those of us who need to, you can bring your legs in, have a little stretch, come back into this posture, and then let's do the other side. So turning the other foot the other way. Remember, hips nice and square, facing forwards, arms up and parallel. Engage the fingertips, turn the palms forwards. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Draw the body towards the wall. Okay, not bending. Okay, have one more go. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. And now let's lower the hand towards that foot that's turned. I can touch my fingertips to the floor. You can use your blocks to just have your fingers on if you need to. You can have your hand on your shin. Okay, and then take the arm up, nice and tall. Okay, have a little sort of check-in. Is your chest nice and open, or is it rolling forward? So let's nice open chest, open heart, arm nice and high, palm together. Take a deep breath in. If it's for you, we can turn the head. And breathe in, breathe out. Turn the foot in, and we can just very gently zigzag the feet in. Okay, great. Let's finish by the standing asanas. So we've done some good forward bending, some side bending, we've done a bit of twisting, we've done an inversion, so we've gone into Bharadasana in our Surya Namaskar. We want to try and do and finish this off, wrap it up with a nice balance. Okay, a nice balance to our session today. So we're just going to do Trikonasana, not Trikonasana, we just did that. Vrukshasana. We just did Trikonasana, we'll do Vrukshasana. Vruksh in Sanskrit means tree. Okay, Vruksh is a tree. Tree is firm and the trunk is nice and firm. Now what's important in Vrukshasana, we've done Trikonasana to help open up the hips already. So we're just going to take one leg and we're going to turn it to the side. Okay, we're going to turn the leg to the side and opening up the pelvis again and forming like almost a triangular shape. Yeah, a triangle, you can see that? A lovely triangle between my legs. Okay, now, if it's for you, I've just got my heel resting on the leg right now and my hips are nice and open. If it's for you and today's maybe not a good day to balance, just take it a little bit high. Else, you can take it a little bit higher, under the knee, no pressure on the knee. And some of us may want to try to take the sole of your foot where you find it to be comfortable and you can balance, find your drishti in front of you. We're going to do an open tree today. So we're going to breathe in, we'll have the branches opening up. Bring the arms down. And change legs. Okay, so explore what's good for you. Are we balancing? Are we concentrating? Are we relaxed? Have we got tension? Find the spot that you will feel comfortable in, but yet we're balancing. You feel steady, we're focused, we're relaxed, a good place. And when you're ready, you take the arms up. Take the arms down. Maybe you can even do a namaste. Arms out to the side, deep breath in, and then lower the leg down, arms nice and low. Great, everybody, just have a little bit of a loosen up. Okay, we're going to sit down. So those of us that can, we're going to try and sit down without touching our hasta, our hands, to the floor. Okay, you can use one hand if you need to, go down the normal way if you have to, no problem. But if you can, challenge yourself. See if we can sit down, okay, into Sukhasana. Easy pose. And some of us might be able to go into Ardha Padmasana. So if you're sitting in Sukhasana like this, you can take one leg and you might want to have a little go at which leg you feel a bit more comfortable in half Padmasana and taking the sole of one foot. And we'll do full Padmasana maybe in a week or so. But see if you can do just Ardha. Ardha means half. Ardha in Sanskrit, in Hindi, it means half. Ardha Padmasana. Padma is a lotus. Okay? Padma is a lotus. So half lotus posture. It's taking one foot up. I'm just going to remove my glasses. So if you have glasses on, and you feel comfortable to remove them, take your glasses off, and let's just turn our palms to face the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Tomorrow we're gonna practice a little bit more pranayam. If you're going to join us tomorrow, you're here obviously today. Bring along with you a few tissues. You may need them. So we're going to do a bit more practice on Nari Shuddhi. Okay, so cleansing the nasal cavities, the nasal pathways, a bit more practice on Nari Shuddhi, or also known as Anulom Vilom. And we're also going to practice a pranayam kriya, which is to do with cooling ourselves. It's quite warm at the moment in your car. Sometimes you feel quite hot. It's a nice pranayam that can help us to really cool down the body. Okay, so we're going to explore that tomorrow and the day after. Great. Let's just finish off. Lovely, straight back, feeling nice and steady. Putting our hands in our Anjali Mudra at our heart center, solar plexus, or our Surya chakra. Tuck your chin in. Eyes closed. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. Let us see the good in each other. May no one suffer from pain. May no one suffer from misery. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niyamayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We'll do palming, so rub your palms together, warm them up, keep those eyes closed, cup shape with your hands, place the cups over your eyes, bringing lovely cool darkness around your eyes. Feeling really nice and cool, calm, relaxing for the eyes. And we'll open the eyes in the darkness of our hands and then slowly widen the fingers and take your hands away from your face. Have a wonderful day. Shubha Dinam, and see you tomorrow. Namaste.